Every iconic character have to start from somewhere, but for Rowan Atkinson, finding a name from Mr. Biggs came out from staring at vegetable until one sounded pathetic enough.
Yeah, no, we were sitting around, I remember, at our producer's house one day and trying to think of a name, and we started with Mr. White. I like the idea of the series being named after the character, and he was obviously a Mr., so Mr. White, but that sounded a bit bland, and then we started to think about, vegetables, and
As you do.
As you do, when looking for a comic attitude. So Mr. Broccoli and Mr. Carrot and Mr. Cabbage and Mr. Bean, it's sort of, single syllable and short and sharp and memorable.
Award season demands a perfect, gracious loser face. Rowan built an entire sketch on one actor that is completely incapable of faking it.
Now, these are four fine actors, and I'm sure they'd all agree that the point is not to win, but to play the game. And the winner is... John Daniels.
No, shit.
Unfortunately, John is unable to be with us tonight, and so I'd like to ask his co-star David Forbert to accept the award on his behalf. David.
I mean, what about the mugging, the pulling of faces in Bean? I mean, did you do that as a routine? Was that part of it?
Yeah, that started when I went to University at Oxford, really. That's when I started doing entirely visual stuff. And for the first time ever, when I was about 20, whenever that was, I remember, standing in front of a bathroom mirror and just sort of gurning, I suppose, just pulling faces for the sake of it.
Like how?
And it was, just sort of going, just suddenly, very extreme. It was the work of the morning.
It's safe to say having one of the most recognizable faces on earth led to some strange encounters. Rowan's favorites happened at a Range Rover at Parks Department.
I was standing around with a group of guys, and I could see this guy doing that. And he came up to me after a while, and he said, "Excuse me, has anyone ever told you that you're the absolute spitting image of that Mr. Bean?" And I said, "Well, actually, I am the actor who plays Mr. Bean." And he said, "I bet you wish you were." Followed this bizarre conversation in which the more I tried to claim that I was the person whom he thought I merely resembled, the less he believed me. But what was funny was how close he thought I was to he said the resemblance is uncanny.
It doesn't matter if Rowan is on character or not, if he is on set or off set, but the moment he comes to your presence, he always have a way of making you to burst into laughter.
Last year, I went into a bank to cash a check, and I handed over the check, and she said thank you, and she said, "Oh, Mr. Atkinson, I'm such an admirer of your work. Could you sign this piece of paper for my daughter?" So I signed the piece of paper, and I handed it back, and she took it back, she put it to one side, and she looked at my check, and she said, "Now, do you have any means of identification?" And you think, well...
You see your face as your greatest asset, your facial dexterity.
One doesn't like to be labelled a face puller because you feel as though if you have got a face that, that malleable and one can go like that, you can twist about. That you feel that people are going to assume that you're just, that's all you can do, and if in doubt, go, and someone will laugh. Yeah.
It's not awful to see Mr. Beans getting the taste of his own medicine, but when he misplaced his personal diary, this host took advantage of it.
I found this one. I believe it's your diary, right?
That's my diary.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? It says here on page 1, "If I have been silly enough to mislay this diary, please return it to Mr. Bean. And P.S. a £5 reward would certainly not be out of the question. You owe me £5 if you want it." Now.
Thanks for watching. Now, if you find this video interesting, a sub to the channel would be massively appreciated. See you in the next video. Peace out.